Hey guys, Ron here again. So my grandson is just about to turn 2. In a couple of months he's going to be starting preschool. So my daughter asked if I would help drop him off and pick him up. And I said, of course. Well, my daily driver is this 1965 Chevy C10. And I had to figure out how to install a car seat on this old pickup, which did not have any anchor points for the top tether. And all the baby seats pretty much require that. Anyways, in this video I'll walk you through how I did install a bracket with an anchor point for the top tether and the installation of this nice car seat, nice and secure for the baby safety. You'll notice that I've already installed the shoulder harness type seat belt. There's a retractor down below and the anchor on top, and a latch on the other side. It's not strictly necessary for the baby seat. As long as you have the anchor for the top tether, you could use just a laptop seat belt as well. But if you're interested in the 3-point seat belt, I'll leave a link to my YouTube on that install in the description. All right, so the first issue is this metal underneath the window we want to attach the tether to. It's not straight. So you can see we put a little bend in the metal here in order to get it to lay flat. And just about like that, we get that bend. You can see right about the seat top. The way I got the bend was I positioned it where I needed the bend. I obviously could not actually roll it with the handle because metal's too thick, 1/8 inch plate. But once I got it in there, then I just tightened down slowly on these screws, brought this roller up, and got that little bend to go in there. I'll use the same technique for the other side. For the clip, I used 1-inch angle iron, and then I cut 2 3/8 inch holes next to each other to make an oblong slot that the clip will fit through, and then cut it down to size. And we'll just weld this onto here, and yeah, we'll have our little clip. Right, we got a Dorman U-bolt for a leaf spring kit. Is just under $10 at the local auto supply. And cut the legs off. And we'll take what's left, this little U, and put it in this bracket we made. Just like that. We'll weld that up. And in this bracket where the hook comes over, we'll just weld that little angle iron with a oblong hole in it for the clip. And we'll just mount these on the back wall. We should be good to go. So on the back, you can see there are these channels. And if you look underneath the outer piece of metal, there's a gap where we can slide the backing plate up. So we're going to center our bracket for the baby seat tether between these two channels. Looks like center line to center line of the channels is about 10.5 inches. So if we space these 10.5 inches center to center, about 8.5
between them because these stubs are 2 inches. Then the space between the edge of the U and the clip will be about 8.5 inches or 8 inches, and we need six inches minimum. So if we give it the 8.5, we'll have a nice couple of inches to play. Okay, so first we'll use the backing plate as a template to drill the holes in the bracket, and then we'll use the bracket as a template to drill the holes in the truck panel. And I use these transfer punches to mark the new hole locations. All right, there we have the 1/8 inch pilot holes drilled, and we're going to use the bracket itself as a template. And using the backing plate as a guide, we opened up the 1/8 inch holes to the same size as the holes in the backing plate for now. And now we're tapping the holes for 1/4 20 machine screws. That'll hold the backing plate in place. Next, we're going to open up the smaller holes so that the 1/4 inch machine screws can comfortably fit through, and that'll be our template for drilling into the truck panel. That should work just about perfect. Next, we're going to open up the large hole to 1/2 inch so it will accommodate the 7/16 bolt. Yep, looks like it should work out just about perfect. Okay, so we got the 1/4 inch holes in, and then we inserted 1/4 inch machine screws to lock things in place. Now we'll go ahead and drill the 1/2 inch hole. Now we've got the little tie wire fished down through the gap, and we'll pull it up, hopefully line up and get a couple of screws in there. Okay, we have the backing plate installed. Now we have to open up the back of our bracket so that the holes will accommodate the heads of these machine screws and lay flat. Looks like maybe 3/8 for most of the hole. In the very bottom we'll taper it 1/2 inch just to get the very bottom in. You can see how with the 3/8 hole and then the taper on the bottom, the screw fits pretty flat. The head of the screw, that is on the same plane as the bracket itself. It'll work great. So we have the backing plate installed on the left side, and you'll notice with the seat back completely invisible. With the left side fully secured, we first drill the 1/4 inch holes using the bracket itself as a template, and putting machine screws in the 1/4 inch holes just to make sure it stays put. We'll drill the big hole. Right, as before, we're gonna fish a wire down. There it is, right here. So put through top hole, and bend it around so
doesn't get lost. Now we have it up where we can put in the other screw. So we just use a little wire with a hook in it to just line up the hole, hold a little bit of back pressure. Hopefully grab some threads. There we go. Now we could use a bolt, but remember that U-bolt? Those legs we cut off are also 7/16 20, so this is just as easy. We'll hold that in place and just kind of so that'll keep backing plate from rotating around. We'll just pull that top wire out. Line up the screw hole. There we go. Tighten it up, snug it up. 7/16 20. Unthreads nice and easy, the way it should. We're ready to install the bracket. There we go. We got our 7/16 20 bolt. Got that one started. Over to the other side. Look at that. Perfect fit. Goes right in there. Just snug up. Good to go. Okay, that's on there good. Okay, now just seat back. See, the anchor sits just above the seat.
perfect positioning.
All right, here we got the baby seat in place. Here's the tether down. Through the anchor, and then clip it into that latcher, and then we just pull on the strap. That puppy is in there tight. It's not going anywhere.
Just one final note as far as routing the seat belt through the car seat. I don't know about other car seats, but this Graco in the instruction manual just says route the seat belt through the forward facing bolt path, which is marked blah blah blah. This just says just simply route it through as if it's easy as pie, and that I can tell you is not the case. You really need to go to the YouTube video from the manufacturer and explain in more detail what you really need to do. You can see with the padding removed and out of the way, you can in fact feed the seatbelt easily through this section and through the proper openings. Without that, trying to do it completely from the side is pretty much impossible. Trust me.